Hey Meeple people, how's it going? And so on today's vlog, we are going to be playing the Imposter Kings. The Imposter Kings is a self-published game that is 2 to 4 players and takes about 30 minutes to play. Today we are going to be playing a 2-player game with me and Sarah, and the point is to get 7 points. And you get points by winning rounds. You'll play several rounds until someone gets 7 points, and then they are the winner. They are the true king. And so we have a little setup going on right here. So we've discarded some cards that we are not going to be playing with in this round. Every time a round ends, you're going to be shuffling up cards. I have my king. Sarah has hers. I'm the true king, so I get to decide who gets to go first. I'm going to be going first. And then we get to decide, we get to play a successor that we can pull back into our hand later. But as it stands with being our successor, we can keep that card safe. And it'll make more sense as we play the game. And then Sarah and I will go ahead and pick another card from our hand because we are dealt 8 cards. And so we will play one to be our successor and the other to take another card out of the game. So we'll go ahead and through our hand and discard one of those cards. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of a card. Okay, and so we've done that. The next thing to do is to start playing. Since I'm going first, I will play a card to the court. It has to be, I can start with any number right now because there's no number. I'll go ahead and show you a card real quick. And in the top left-hand corner, that is the value. You have to, since there's nothing in the court right now, I will be playing a card like that. And then every card after that in the court area will have to be equal to or greater. And then you will have an option to do the ability of the card. Some will give you the option to do it. Some will force you to do it. So you have to play your cards wisely. The point to winning a round is making sure your opponent cannot play a card, whether it's you play a card that's too high a value within the courts, or they don't have any cards to play and they're out of cards. And so if they can't play, then they lose. And then after a round concludes, you get points in about 3 different ways. The first is winning the round gets you 1 point. Having your king not flipped, or in this game it's called disgraced, you get another point. And the final point that you can get is if your opponent still has cards in their hand, or if their king, if they still have their successor there. And that's another way to get points.
Okay, so are you going first or am I going first?
I'm going first.
All right.
I'm the true king. I get to decide these amazing things. Okay, I am going to go ahead and play. You know what, Sarah? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play a soldier. So I'll play my soldier to the court. And since he's the only one there right now, he's on top. He's on the throne. So that's the one to meet or exceed. But my soldier has the ability, let's show you all this card. My soldier has the ability, I get to say a card's name. If my opponent has that card, they will tell me, and I get a +2 while it's on the throne. I can disgrace up to 3 cards, but there's no other cards. So, Sarah, do you have the assassin in your hand?
No, Nick, I don't.
Darn it. So he's just a 5. And I don't know where the assassin might be. So, yeah.
And then it's over to me, right?
Yep. You can play a card from your hand, or you can flip your king to grab that successor back to your hand.
So I could play either another 5 or anything higher than a 5.
Yep.
And I'm just going to think for a second.
It's an interesting game to get kind of information with, asking questions through some of your card abilities and learning things.
Okay, I'm going to play a judge, which is also a 5. The judge says to guess a card name in an opponent's hand. If correct, I may play a card to your antechamber with a base value of 2 or more. So the antechamber is like this portion of the field in front of each player. That's their antechamber. And when you play cards to the antechamber, they have to be played on your next turn. So, with my judge, I will guess a card from your hand, and I think that you may have.
There's nice little player aids, so if you ever forget, they're included in the game, so you can always know like what possible cards I could have in my hand, and also there's only a set number of cards within a 2-player game, so
I think that you
knows
may
that.
have a warlord in your hand.
You know, it's funny. I think I might have. Oh, I don't want to say that. Oh, I don't have a warlord in my hand.
Sucks. Okay. So that means my guess didn't mean anything, and my judge just goes and sits on the throne.
Yes, it's on the throne now. Okay, sir. Okay. Let's go ahead and, I'm going to try to go for the throat here. I'm going to play the princess. The princess says it's royalty, it's a 9 value, and if I want to, I can go ahead and switch my hand with Sarah's hand. I am not going to go ahead and do that. So Sarah needs to play a 9, or there are some cards that allow you to be played on royalty cards. Or, like, if she can't play anything right now, she can go ahead and pick up her successor. So that will buy her a turn. What you gonna do, Sarah? You gonna fold? Gonna get some points?
Well, I'm not going to fold. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I will play the Elder.
Dang it.
A 3. It's normally I wouldn't be able to play a 3 on top of a 9, but the Elder is immune to certain things, and it can be played on top of any royalty card. So since the princess is royalty, I can play the Elder on top of the princess, even though a 3 is less than a 9. And that means I get to stay in this round for a little while. And we've kind of reset down to 3 now. We had escalated all the way up to a 9, but now we're at a 3.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And that's my turn.
It is your turn. All right, Sarah. I'm going to go ahead and see if... Let's see what you might have in your hand. Okay, I'm going to go for the throat again. Here is a Mystic, a value of 7. And it says if there's any disgraced cards in the court, which there isn't, I could have disgraced this card after playing it and then picking a number between 1 and 8, and that card's base value, they would lose their text. So I could be like, no longer like one of her troublesome cards could have an ability, and then it would just be a base value of 3.
All done?
Yep, you got beat to 7.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to play Oathbound, which I may play on a higher value card to disgrace that card. Then I must play another card of any value, and that card is immune to the king's hand. So the 7 that Nick just played becomes disgraced.
Anytime a card in the court gets disgraced, it's a value of 1, in case if it's on the throne.
And then I must play another card after I play Oathbound, and I can play a card of any value when I do that. So I'm going to play my Fool. And my Fool lets me choose any other card from the court that is not disgraced.
That sucks.
And put that card into my hand. So I'm going to take this princess and put her into my hand.
Okay. My turn.
It certainly is.
I'm going to play my Inquisitor and say Princess.
Good. What does he do?
My Inquisitor allows me to say card name, and other players with that card have to put that into an antechamber face up. So antechambers make my opponent put it face up in front of them, and so on their next turn they have to play that card. Now there is another term, a term called condemned. If a card is ever condemned, you play it face down, and when it's your turn, you have to get rid of condemned cards. Condemned cards leave the game for that round, but then they're resolved before antechamber cards. But yeah, we'll see if we see those. So yeah, there's my Inquisitor.
Okay. All done?
Indeed, yes.
All right, so then I have to play my princess from my antechamber.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to, I may pick a player, and both of us may choose to swap a card. I'm not going to do that, though.
Okay. All right, Sarah. I'm going to go ahead and play Elder. So I can play on top of royalty, and now we're back to 3 value.
I wondered what your plan was, forcing me to play the princess.
I need her out of the way. I need to be the true king.
Nikki.
And whoever loses this round gets the true king, so they can go ahead and decide who goes first.
All right, well, I'll play this. It's a sentry. I may disgrace this card after playing it to choose a card from the court that is not disgraced or royalty. Exchange a card from my hand with the chosen card.
Don't do it, Sarah.
Don't do what, Nikki?
Leave the queen be.
Leave the queen?
Oh, maybe. I didn't say nothing.
There is not a queen?
I'm sorry, princess.
Oh, she's royalty, so I can't take her with this card anyway.
Oh.
No.
That's risky, though. If you take the Oathbound, it makes you play
Yeah,
another
that is
card.
true. I'd have to play another card. I only have one left in my hand, so...
Or it says you may, so you don't have to do it.
It says you may play it on a higher value card, but then you must play another card. So if you do choose to play it, you do have to play a second card. If I was good at math, or I guess I am good at math, but if I wanted to, I could sit here and try to figure out what your last card is, right?
Smell some analysis paralysis.
We know that there are 3 cards over here that are out of play. There was one from the start of the game, and we each contributed one over here. We know that this Inquisitor is not in play. We can see almost all of the cards. If I had a better memory, I'd remember what this was here. And I know what what is this card called?
Your successor.
My successor is.
You can always look at your successors. And,
So there's only, theoretically, one.
You can actually look at that disgraced card.
Oh, can I? Okay.
Yeah,
So there's
they
only.
specifically said the rules like this is not a memory game.
There's only 4 cards in the game that I don't know what they are right now. So I could try to make a calculated guess if I was going to use a card, this card to switch out for one of the cards.
If you even wanted to go the extra distance, we could give you the rule book and show you what cards are what the deck consisted of, which is cool because then you can kind of like if you really want to dive into a game that deep.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to take the Fool into my hand. And we'll exchange that with this King's hand here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Q. I'm going to go ahead and flip my king. Disgrace him and pick up my... Oh, poop. Yep, that's what I do.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play this card. It is, if your king is flipped, you may play this card on any non-royalty card. So I can go ahead and break that rule because since that's an 8, my Zealot's only a 3. But I can be played on any non-royalty because I
What is the card that says... it's the Assassin is the card that says that if you flip your king, you can reveal the assassin from hand and prevent you from doing your ability, right?
Oh no! If you flip it, well, if I flip my king and you have the assassin in hand, you kill me. Like that's you end the round immediately,
Okay.
Which is another cool way the round can end.
Okay, so it's my turn.
It is.
Well, we're going to play the queen. She forces us to disgrace all the other cards in court.
Oh no.
And it is Nick's turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play my Oathbound.
What if you cannot play another card?
Pretty sure I'm good.
Are ya? Because it says you must play another card.
You may play this card on a higher value card to disgrace that card, then you must. You may play on a higher card. You must. Oh. Yeah, that would make me think, yeah. Yeah. That's not going to work, Sarah.
I didn't think so.
So, that's the round.
Mm-hmm. And that's winner, winner, me, chicken dinner, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a round of the Kings and the Imposter Kings.
So now we would score for this round, and I would get some points because I have forced you out of play, right?
Yeah, I couldn't play anything, so you get a point for that. I still have a card in my hand.
So I'd get another point for that, right?
But you flipped your king. So
I flipped my king, so
you get 2 points.
So we get 2 points, and we need a total of seven to win, right? Yep. Okay. Should we shuffle them up and do it again?
Yeah. So you go ahead and you'll just grab everything. Oh, I grabbed my king. So I lost, so I still get the true king. Because I apparently need help. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these bad boys. There should be like a shuffling, like, elevator music. Shuffling music. It's not quite good, but somehow catchy. Okay. So then 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Actually, I have to discard a card first randomly. Just giving me looks of like, what are you doing?
Yep, I'm giving you dirty looks. I had the winning card in that hand that you just started dealing out.
We are again not playing with an Inquisitor.
And it just happens that was.
Yep, and then we randomly just get rid of a card. We do it like that, so if you ever want to look back at the card, you discard. So if you played there and there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then we give each other 8 cards. 1, 2, 2. So go ahead and pick your successor.
And then we have to discard a card, right?
Yep. Yes, indubitably. Go ahead and make sure I organize this hand. Love the artwork. Just so pretty. Well, I guess not pretty. I mean, I don't mean to say not pretty. Just interesting, different. Makes a man think. Sarah.
Nikki. All right.
Okay. And now I'm going to make you go first this time.
Are ya?
Yeah. True king powers. What?
Well, I'll play the soldier, His ability is that I can say a card name, and if my opponent has that card in their hand, this card gains +2 while on the throne, and I may disgrace up to 3 other cards in the court. So there's no other cards in the court right now, so I can't disgrace the 3 extra cards. However, if I do guess correctly, and Nick has whatever card that I guess in his hand, then this soldier will actually have a value of 7 instead of 5. Nick, I think that you may have in your hand a elder.
I do have an elder.
So this is now a 7.
It is a 7. Jeez. Okay, Sarah, here we go. I'm going to play a warlord. So if that was royalty, the warlord would get a plus. There we go. A warlord would get a +1, but after being played, it gets a +1 anyways. So it gets a value of 8 now.
Okay, and that's it?
Yep.
Pass turn?
Pass turn. Get wrecked.
I'm not going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked.
I'm already down because you have 2 points. I'm going to win this time, Sarah. I'm gonna get you can get most 3 points a turn.
I'm just going to play this. I'm not going to use its ability. Pass turn.
Oh, Sarah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play Oathbound. And I can play, since I can play on a higher value card, I disgrace that card. And then I have to play another card afterwards. We're going to play the Inquisitor. And I'm going to say, do you have... Make sure I want to...
So the Inquisitor says, you may say a card name. Other players with that card in their hand must play 1 to their antechamber. So if Nick guesses correctly that I have a particular card in my hand, I'll have to play it on my next turn.
Queen.
I do not have a queen.
Crap.
Are you done?
Ah, crap. I've made mistakes. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. I'm going to play a judge. The judge's ability is that I guess a card in your hand, and if I'm correct, then I can play a card to my antechamber of 2 or more. Well, Nikki.
What do you think I got?
You said we can look at these.
Yes, just that one. So you don't have to keep remembering everything
Which is wonderful because I have a really bad memory. So, okay, so just so that our audience at home knows, this is a number 8 century
that has been disgraced.
Okay.
So dramatic.
So, I think. Well, I already asked you earlier if you had an elder, and you said yes. So I'll go with elder.
Okay, maybe I do have an elder. Fine. What happens to me?
So nothing happens to you. I just get to put a card into my antechamber.
Ah, crap. Must be nice.
Play a card to your antechamber with a base value of 2 or more.
Can't play that fool if you would have it.
Yep, actually, that is what I'm going to do.
It has to be a base of 2.
Oh, dude.
Ha!
You tricked me into revealing cards.
I didn't try to trick you.
Okay. I am going to then. I will play. So if I play a card to my antechamber that has a reaction text, can the reaction text happen from the antechamber? Or is it while it's in the antechamber, the reaction text cannot happen?
Yeah, it has to be in your hand.
Okay. So let me think about it. Nikki.
Sarah. And we will make sure to have all of the links and the goodies and the information in the description so you guys can check this game out if you're interested.
How many cards do you have? 3 cards?
I have 3 cards. 3 cards.
I think you can get this game on like Game Crafter, right?
No, it is self-published, so I'm gonna link the website. I'm pretty sure you can get through the website.
Okay. I don't know which one to pick, Nick.
I think you have good chances. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think I'm doing well right now.
All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to play I'm going to play my king's hand, which is an 8.
Okay. So that is okay. So, well, poop, Sarah. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my king and pick up my successor. Your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I play my king's hand to the throne.
Yep.
And it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm gonna go ahead and play my zealot. It's if my king is flipped, you may play this card on a non-royalty card.
Okay. And that's it? It doesn't do anything or anything like that?
It allows me to play. That's always good.
All right. I play my elder. It's immune to the king's hand, and it can be played on royalty, but I'm really just playing it because it matches the 3.
Okay. I'm gonna play my soldier. I'm gonna say princess.
Nope.
Crap. So 5. Beat a 5, Sarah. Haha. Haha.
Actually, what I'm going to do is flip my king.
Get wrecked, Sarah. You now got stabbed.
And you just murdered me?
I just murdered you.
You just straight freaking murdered
straight up
me?
murdered. So anytime you have the assassin in your hand, and you can play it as a reaction.
And then your wife plays the reaction of,
And then all of a sudden,
storming
the
out of the
camera
game
just
room.
cut and blood and gore. This is like Game of Thrones.
So does anybody get points this round?
I do. So so what happens is the assassin, if another player flips their king, you may reveal this card from your hand to prevent their king's power and Sarah, cause them to lose this round. Boom. So actually you can't.
And then she rage quit.
And then she rage quits. So you actually couldn't use your king's ability. So your king would still be flipped face up.
Sir,
Miss.
did you murder me or not? Am I
murdered
dead?
you.
Why are you continuing to stab me?
Stabby stabs.
So I would not have flipped my king. You'd have gotten a point for that, right?
Yeah.
Plus-
well, there were cards in your hand, so it was still just a point. Either way, I don't get a plus. If my king wasn't flipped,
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have gotten all. So I get 2 points. 1 for winning the round, and 1 for Sarah still having a card in her
And we are tied.
hand. We are tied. And then we go ahead and set up. You get the true king. I go ahead and shuffle this. All nice like. Thoughts so far, Sarah?
Thoughts are...
I think probably 2 more rounds and this game will be it. You can mulligan in this game. So you would, if you don't like what your hand is, you can immediately stop the round, and you
At
get
any point?
Well, you no, just when you get your cards.
Gotcha.
You can do it once, but then if you want to do it again, you give your opponent 2 points.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
that's a very. You get 1 free one, and then the others are cost you 2, and you get the true king. So yeah. So the cards that we're not going to be playing with is 1 elder is out. And then we will go ahead. Mystery card.
One thing I wish that they would have done was they give you these player aid cards to tell you which cards are in the game and what their abilities are and stuff like that. I wish they would have just also put the number of each type of card because that would be useful to me. I don't know. There's 2 elders in the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it tells you that the elder is a value of 3 and what the elder's ability is, but it doesn't tell you how many elders there are in the deck. Now you can go to the rule book and it's in the rule book.
Like the deck setup for this one, so you can always tell like how many.
I wish that would have been part of the player aid, how many of each type of card we play with. I understand they would have had to make player aids based on the different player counts at that point, but that would be useful information to have.
Indeed.
And I am the true king, so I either go first or force you to go first, right?
But first, pick your successor, and then your
Yes.
card that you get to discard. Let's see. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. What card shall I get rid of?
Nick.
Sorry.
It's interesting to choose which cards to use because they each have an ability, but you also have to consider their value as well, and how they might end up being sort of like played against you, even from your own hand. With those cards where players can, like say, oh, I think you have this card in your hand and something happens.
I mean, it stunk that the Elder got pulled because if you played like a queen, I could play the Elder because it was a royal. But yeah. So Sarah, who's going first?
You can go first, Nick.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, all right. I'm going to play the Inquisitor. Lets me name a card, and you have to put that card in your antechamber. Assassin.
When I was choosing between these two cards, which one to give up and which one to keep, I was like, I should just do the assassin because anytime Nick has the chance to get my assassin out of my hand, he's going to do it. So I might as well just give it up now anyway, instead of giving him the opportunity to force me to give it up in a way I don't want to. But you know what? I was like, no, I'm going to try to play it anyway because Nick just murdered me with the assassin. It was super annoying. And if I could do that same thing, that would be super satisfying. But instead, I gave you the first turn of the game. And you freaking stabbed me with my own assassin, Nick.
So it's your turn.
I'm aware.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm safe for now. Because there's still cards. I can actually pull cards out of the... They make me scared. All right. Okay, sir. I'm going to go ahead and play the judge. I'm going to say, do you have the princess in your hand?
I do have the princess in my hand.
Okay, so I guessed a card. If correct, you may play a card to your antechamber with a base value of 2 or more. Okay. All right, Sarah, with that knowledge, I'm going to go ahead and play my soldier to my antechamber. It doesn't even matter. Okay, your turn.
Nikki,
Sarah,
Well, I'm not sure what the strategic thing to do would be here. I'm just going to play this mystic and not use its ability.
Okay.
I think the mystic is, by appearances, my favorite card in the deck.
I think the King's Hand was kind of a cool one. The cool thing about it too is if a card has 2 in the of it, it actually has the artwork's different.
The judge and the soldier, for example.
Well, I mean, like if there's more than one judge in the entire set of cards, and they're all cards they look different. So they're like looking at you or they're looking away. It's not like 2 of the same card, which I think is cool. So then I go ahead and play this card from my antechamber. Your turn.
Are you going to do the ability?
Oh, yes. What a fool. Princess.
Yeah.
7. So now it's 7.
Nikki.
Gonna use that ability?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's swap. It says you may swap a card.
Oh, a card.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go play the King's Hand. All it does is it negates your ability. But now this card is condemned. So I have basically stopped your thing
Okay.
and condemned a card. So
All right.
Sarah's turn's done. It's my turn. I have to play my condemned card out of the game. And that's it for me.
Nick.
Sarah.
Not doing so well this round.
I don't know. I don't think.
All right. I disgrace my king.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play my Elder from my hand.
Okay.
Because she can be played on royalty.
All right. I will play Inquisitor.
What do you think I have, Sarah?
I think that you possibly have an Oathbound.
I do not.
Okay.
So I'm going to try this. I'm playing my Sentry, but I'm not using the ability.
And you're out of cards?
I'm out of cards. Okay, so...
I have to disgrace all the other cards in the court to play
Oh,
her.
look at that flip! Look at that flip! So now I'm going to disgrace my king and pick up my other card.
But then I can't play.
So, well,
Right?
can you not play?
Um,
Can you not play something above?
Nope. Can't play.
Then that's it. So then I win this round. And...
Made my own bed on that one, folks.
Well, it's an interesting flip flop for
I'm gonna
this game.
need chocolate after this.
Chocolate, alcohol,
Chocolate and I don't know, comforting.
snuggles from a cat.
Yeah, comforting movie or something.
Sam, come here. Come hither, Sam. Okay. So I get 2 points.
I don't want to talk about it.
One from winning the round, and one from you having cards in your hand. So I'm at 5, and Sarah is at 2. No, I'm at 4.
Lost the plot. I was doing good in the first round. I think you get this back, right?
No, you still have
keep
it.
it.
Yeah.
Keep it because I'm a loser.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Ding 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 ding. I'll make my own music. Ding 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 ding
This is
ding.
not necessary.
I feel like this is copywriting something. I'm not singing. I'm not humming a song in my head.
What movie is that from?
Actually, it's from an annoying YouTube. That's like this bear. That's like ah blah 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 blah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm pretty sure it's
No
in
assassin.
I'm pretty sure it's in a movie too.
Probably.
Oh, I know which movie it is. I think it's in this very, very, very old David Arquette movie called See Spot Run.
Oh boy.
I think it's in that movie.
So you are very more knowledgeable on movies than I am.
See Spot Run is a comedy about a postal worker, David Arquette, who is young and
Hip with the kids.
unfettered in life. But he has a crush on his lovely single mother neighbor. And he wants to prove to her that he's responsible and would be a good influence on her kid and can therefore be a good partner for her. And the movie is this ridiculous comedy all about this postman and this little kid having this adventure while the mom is on, she had to go on a business trip, I think, and the babysitter pulls out on her at like the absolute last second. So the postman is like, I'll watch the kid. It'll be great. It'll be fine. It's going to be awesome. Well, in the process of all of that, there are these like mafioso guys and there's a crime fighting dog. It just is this wild, crazy adventure. And I'm pretty sure that song is in that movie.
Huh.
This is Sarah's brain, ladies and gentlemen. A small little view into the craziness that is.
I like it.
Okay, so discard a card and choose a successor, right? Yep.
No assassin this time, so
there's only one assassin, right? I think.
Yes, in this setup for a 2-player standard game, there's only one assassin.
Nikki.
Sarah.
So I know that everything in my hand and this card right here and this card right here are cards that you do not have in your hand. Theoretically.
Yes.
So based on what I can see and what I know of the game, I have a pretty good idea of what that is or what this is. But not necessarily both. Okay, I don't know. Let's try it again. This is what, third round, right?
Yeah. Actually, this might be the fourth round because I have 4 points and you have 2 points. So yeah, this would be fourth.
Yes, you're right. Okay, who's going first?
You get to pick True King.
Okay, well. I think I will go first.
Cool.
And I'm going to play an Inquisitor.
What do you think I got, Sarah? Come on.
Well,
what do you think,
what do
you think I got?
I think that you probably have an Elder.
I do not have an Elder.
Curious.
So I think you've already answered a question that I was thinking of a certain card that might be out of this game already. And then I just blurted it out. Good job, Nick. Good job. Real smooth. Real tactile. Or cool. Okay. So
they should come up with a line of clothing called tactical clothing. It should be like
it's
tactical clothing, but breathable.
It's a saying. It's kind of like
really?
It's like, oh, you're so tactical. Like, it's kind of making fun of people. I'm also going to play an Inquisitor, Sarah.
Oh my.
Do you have an Elder?
Yeah, I do.
Dang straight, you have an Elder. Put that Elder out there.
I have to put it out there?
Yeah, you have to put it in the antechamber.
Well, that freaking sucks. Are you done? Oh, look.
Oh, look at that. My turn. Okay.
I talked about the movie Sea Spot Run with the crime fighting dog, and it made me think of another old classic, That Darn Cat, which has a crime fighting cat in it. I watched that movie for the first time in a very, very, very long time, probably like longer than 20 years. The other day, it's on Disney Plus, and I was like, oh, I used to love this movie when I was a kid. I'm going to watch it again. And I watched it, and It was awful. It was so bad.
So I'm playing the Mystic. Kids at the
Are
school
you
I
going
work
to use
at.
the ability?
I'm not using the ability.
Okay.
The kids at the school I work at, they were watching Alfalfa.
Oh, I
was like,
remember liking
oh
that one.
my
Again, that's
gosh.
another one I haven't seen in like 20, 25 years, but I remember liking that one as a kid.
I've never liked Alfalfa.
Is it the movie is the Sandlot though, right? That's Alfalfa's in the
No.
Sandlot?
I don't think
Or
so.
I might be switching two
Okay,
around.
they're all mixing together.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to do?
Be defeated.
No. I think I'm just going to play a sentry without using its ability.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play Oathbound. Can use its ability to disgrace this.
No. It just prevents the ability. And you condemn this card and the played card. So they just both get condemned.
Oh, they both get condemned?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you play it in front of you.
So that you can be reminded of the souls you have condemned.
Yep. So it's your turn. You have to condemn your card.
I did?
Well, okay. Where was the card that was right here?
I don't know.
Oh no.
We'll have to run it back.
It's okay. If you just want to stick it over there.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, then it's the viewers will be like, Sarah did this or Nick
Yeah,
did that.
you're going to be like, you picked it up 2 turns ago and did something with it.
Okay, well, it's my turn and I have to condemn my card. So there's that.
And then it's back to me.
It's back to you.
Well, once again,
I think I played that wrong because I did not condemn both our cards when I played the. Okay, well. Oh. If I only had the assassin.
If I only had a brain.
Were you trying to say something? My turn.
It's a song. It's from The Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow character.
Oh, Sarah, this sucks. Okay, here we go. I'm also going to, unfortunately.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Here, I can target you and force you to swap a card with me.
Okay. I get to pick the card?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. To be honest, though, I'm not entirely sure that I want to do it. No, I'm good.
Okay.
You're up, Buttercup.
Cool. Your mother was calling.
I knew that was happening.
The queen came in, was like, Oh my.
Nick.
So I am now at 6 points.
And I'm at 2.
Indeed. It's the final. Well, it could be.
It might not be. I could win, then
sorry. Didn't mean to say it like that. You get to keep the.
I'm not playing this very well.
Well, we played our practice game and get the handle of it, but I think this game is one of those games that you just have to kind of dig into.
This feels like I don't know, sort of a next level version of Love Letter. If you're familiar with that game, Love Letter, there's multiple flavors of Love Letter. But basically in Love Letter, players draw a card and play a card, and that's it. So you only ever have like one card in your hand at the start of your turn, and then you draw a second card into your hand, and you choose between those two cards which cards to play. And basically, it's like last man standing. You just want to have cards in your hand at the end of the game. And I feel like this is a more mature version, a more fleshed out, gamified version of that sort of concept. Let's see.
Okay. What you gonna do, Sarah?
I'm going to try a different strategy than what I've been doing.
Okay.
See if that works out any better for me.
Who do you want to go first? Since you are the true king, you get to pick.
You can go first.
Q. Okay.
Hang on a second. Let me think about it. Yeah, no, it's fine. You can go first.
All right.
Yeah, fine. Go first. Quick before I change my mind.
Okay. All right. Inquisitor.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I thought 6 times about whether or not I should let you go first.
And I'm going to say Sentry.
Yes.
Play to your antechamber.
Just making me play the high card right off the bat, huh?
Yep.
Okay, well, after playing it, I can disgrace this card. Excuse me. I may disgrace this card after playing it to choose a card from the court that is not disgraced or royalty and exchange a card from my hand with the chosen card. All right, I'll do that. I'll take this Inquisitor into hand, and I will exchange it with an Oathbound. All right, Nikki.
Q. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play my king's hand.
Okay. Are you doing the ability?
It's a reaction, so.
Oh, got it. Okay. My life sucks, Nick. Your turn.
Okay. I have to.
Do you already? Wow. We both ended up having to do that pretty early. Although you kind of forced the situation, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
See if that works out for you.
Well, apparently I'm not assassinated.
Oh, I totally should have assassinated you. Sorry.
Yeah. Ouch. That's what that happens. I had the queen. I should have kept the queen in my hand. Suck.
Hey, I didn't lose.
So
it's 4-6, I think, now.
4-6.
I'm glad you said something. I would have just sat there and
I was wondering.
Allowed my strategy to go straight into the garbage.
Card, so now
Yeah, I was like, now I'm going to try that assassin strategy again. And then I completely forgot to actually enact it. I think for me, this lasts a little longer than I would prefer, but I don't typically enjoy this style of game anyway, so. And
Okay.
you decide who goes first this round?
I do. And I will pick myself.
Okay. Um,
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. Oh, Sarah.
oh, Nick.
Shivering in my timbers over here.
Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of that one, possibly. No, you know what? I'll get rid of this one. All right, and I think you said you're going to go first, right?
I am.
All right, have at it.
Okay. Sentry.
Well, good lord.
Not
Not using the
using
ability.
ability.
All right. Well, we'll just do King's Hand.
Okay. Just in case not to have that come back. Oathbound. Disgrace that card. Then I have to play immediately another card, and I think it can be any value.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to play the soldier. Do you have the princess in your hand?
I do not.
Crap. Okay.
My turn?
It is.
Okay. Well, I will match the 5 and play the judge. So I get to guess a card in your hand. If I'm right, then I can play a card to my antechamber with a base value of 2 or more.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that you have. Let me think about it for a second. An elder.
I do not.
Really?
Yeah.
Curious. Okay.
My turn.
It is.
Cool. Queen.
Oof. Okay. I disgrace my king.
That is game. Assassin!
You're kind of stabby over there, sir.
Finish it. So that is 8 points for me and 4 points for you. And that is a game of the Imposter King, the Imposter Kings. And again, this is self-published. We'll have more in the description of more information about it. Now, let's go ahead and move to our final discussion and just talk a little bit more about the game. And yeah, so we'll be back with you guys in a sec. Toodles!
Stab, stab, stab.
Stab, stab! Ninja star, ninja star, ninja star! Hey Meeple people, how's it going? And we're back to our final thoughts of the Imposter Kings. So let's go ahead and start with Sarah. What do you think of the Imposter Kings?
Well, I thought that it was an interesting game. I think that if you like social deduction games or sort of like somber sort of beer and pretzels type games. Not like dorky or silly or party-esque beer and pretzels type games, but actually like thoughtful, sort of quiet beer and pretzels types games, then you will probably enjoy this one. If to me, it felt like it was kind of similar to a more mature version, a more fleshed out version of a game, maybe like Love Letter. It had similar feel, but a more advanced feel to it as well.
Okay.
For me personally, I don't particularly care for games like this a whole heck of a lot. This one is an interesting one for sure, but this style of game just isn't really like something that I particularly enjoy. So for me, it overstayed its welcome just a little bit. But
Time-wise?
yeah, I think it was just a little too long. You played to 7 points, and for us, that ended up being what, like 4 or 5 rounds, I think?
Yeah.
And that was probably like 1 or 2 rounds more than I would have played if it was up to me. That being said, it is an interesting game. I think if you like games like Love Letter that have kind of like a social deduction aspect to it, but also kind of a just a pure deduction aspect. You know, you're like, okay, well, I can see all the twos, so I know that you don't have any twos, kind of thing. It's got that sort of feel to it, but it's got a more thoughtful approach to it as well. It's not. It's a light game mechanically, but strategically there's some depth there as well.
There's depth because of all the interchanging cards and the cards that we didn't even get to play with.
Yeah, so we only played with like a portion of the cards, which is nice for me to know because even though the game overstayed its welcome just a tiny bit, it was also starting to get a little bit stale for me. So I think that could be easily fixed by either adjusting the number of points required to win, specifically in a two-player game,
or changing out some of the cards.
Yeah, or changing out some of the cards. And there are cards in the box that you can do that with.
Yep,
so that's cool. What did you think, Nick?
I liked the artwork a lot. It made me think of Coup, and it just was a unique feel. And also, I liked how the cards interacted with each other and the combinations that you can have within the game. And with other cards that we haven't even played with, you can go ahead and then switch things up so you can get, different combinations, different things going on, which is interesting. And with more players comes, different builds. And I think it has a good bit of a little bit of replayability. I don't know about a lot, but I think enough to make me continually interested in playing more of this game. But yeah, it did feel like it did overstay its welcome in this.
I think honestly that's probably because of the number of points required to end a game with just 2 players. I think probably what might have helped address that particular point is if they just would have reduced the number of points needed in a 2-player game specifically, to maybe like 5 instead of 7.
Yeah.
I think that could have probably pretty easily solved that problem, air quotes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a neat game. Yeah. I think if you like social deduction, again, it's not one of the like party social deduction games. It's not silly. It's not
trying to figure
zany.
out where the cards are at.
Yeah, if you like deduction or thoughtful social deduction games, it's probably something that you should check out.
Definitely.
The artwork is beautiful. The production is fantastic.
Yep.
It's a self-published game, but to my mind, they really excelled in the production aspect of the game. Sometimes I feel like when people self-publish games or when indie publishers publish a game, they can kind of fall short of the mark with production, especially. This is not the case with this. The cards are some of the nicest card stock that I've seen in any game, probably. Nice
plus
thick cards.
Gloss finish.
They've got a nice glossy finish to them. And like Nick said, the artwork is really neat.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff going on here.
We'll have links in the description below this video so you can find out more about the Imposter Kings. So until next time, hit that like and subscribe button so you stay up to date on all of our content. Well, until next time, toodles!